Welcome back to New Frontier. I'm BP, and this is the Homestead Challenge. We're going to get right into the sheep this morning, guys. We have more exciting news. Our ram is just a prolific breeder, so coming in here, looking at our sheep, we've got the landrace that's still too young to be pregnant. We have the Steinschaft, who was pregnant last month, and both of the brown-black Swiss Mountain, or black-brown Swiss Mountain, are still pregnant. Now, this is the ram that we have that has been very, very prolific at breeding. This guy, we got one black mountain Welsh sheep, 2 babies pregnant. The next one, 2 babies pregnant. And the last one didn't get pregnant, but I'm pretty confident this one will be pregnant by next month. So we are expecting at this stage, guys, what is that? 3, 5, 10 lambs. Well, I call them calves. Been doing too much cattle work. As we head into the day, a couple of quick updates. First off, let's get this door closed. We don't have our pregnant sheep wandering around. I've made some changes on the farmyards. Let's pop up and take a look. Did a little bit of paving, brought in a second road. Finally got this set up the way I want it. So now there's a back alley back there and then sort of the front drive. I did finally take out that raised bed. It was producing fine, but it wouldn't grow anything. There was no visual changes. I went into the mod. I tried placing some different ones. I got some feedback from you guys in the comments. And just, I don't know if it's this map or a mod conflict or what, but I couldn't get it to work. So I sold it and took the money and put it towards the Open Air Garden by Omatana, which is just a great mod. I did pay in full for this as well. So I put that in and then figured, you know, why not go ahead and get the landscaping done. So nice little path back here. This is where the pallets will spawn. I put this in last night, and at 50%, guys, we have like 200 liters of chili peppers and limes each. So this is not going to produce fast. Plus, we are in 3-day months. Speaking of 3-day months, I want to change that in the settings. I think I want to go to 1-day months for May and into the growing season. We had a good setup. I wanted to make sure we caught the beginning of the planting season, so that we didn't lose anything early in the playthrough, and we have done that. So now we have our true test of action here. We are going to take our hand forklift, and we are going to go over here, and yes, you can see in the distance, we have 1 pallet of beams produced. So we're going to go grab it, see if the forklift can handle it. I assume it can. And then we're going to walk it over to our cabin. When we get over here, I'm going to drop the forklift real quick and go over something with you guys. I've got a little bit of a weird situation going on over here behind the sheep pen, and trying to figure out what's going on with it, but wanted to bring you guys in. Maybe you have some insight. Maybe it'll just be a fun part of the gameplay. We will see. So first off, let's get this up and on the forklift. Okay, let's get that down further. Okay, we're going to need to be able to get underneath that, guys. So is the ground too high where we're standing? Seems like maybe that is the case. All right, a little bit of an angle. Can we just get it up and get it moving? I think we're stuck underneath the sawmill. Okay, we back off. Great. Okay, so let's just put this. This is not the way to carry this, by the way. All right. Release, great. I think we're on flatter ground here. Did a little cleanup on the landscaping around the sawmill too. Just wanted to get things looking better around here. So a little bit of landscaping here and there. Okay, perfect. So let's get that up. Excellent. So be right back for that. So over here, we have a hole. In the rock, in the bedrock. This area, including all the way up to this edge of this field, keeps filling up with water every time I load in. So, and it takes up quite a bit of space. Like the water comes out to like in this area here, like it's over the field. But if I build a little reservoir, and we'll call it a fresh-fed spring, a rock spring on our property, the water all falls into here, and I can drive my trailer over here and fill up with water. So we're going to leave our aquifer, our little rock spring, and see what happens over the course of the next month or so, or the next couple of episodes. But that may or may not be filled with water when we come back. So just keep an eye on that. I'll keep you guys updated on how that goes. But just an interesting, came out here and could not imagine why there was standing water on our grass field. So grab our beams, take them back to the cabin. This is so cool, guys. I remember when I thought maybe I could pick this forklift up to put in the back of the truck, and it weighs like, I don't know, several tons. And this is why. So you can take big, heavy things and just be able to move them, because being able to move a whole pallet of wood beams with something that weighed 100 pounds wouldn't work. It would tip over. So not sure about the physics of me pushing it, particularly with, you know, the grip I have in front of my body, but you know, we're going for realism, not reality, and I think this is about good enough. So I'm not entirely sure where the trigger is for this build. I would assume in front of the workbench. Okay, I would have assumed wrong. Is it perhaps over here by the dolly? That we could always turn it on. That's not... Okay, I think we're going to turn on interactive zone markers. Okay, so yeah, we're in it. We'll back up just a touch. And there we go. Oh, just had to get out of it. Okay, cool. So now, all right, it has wood beams. The next step, so it holds up to 3,000 wood beams. We'll see how far that gets us. So, well, I have the sawmill over there producing beams, planks, and long planks. I did cut down a couple more trees last night. Just figured, hey, you know, why not just keep that stuff moving if we can. So we're in our last day of April, and I guess the question is, you know, what do we want to do? So I do want to get a run of water done for sure. I'll park this guy right here in hopes that that is far enough back that the pallets will spawn. And then we have our little trailer here that I want to get pulled up and out of our road. There we go. It's a little slow to start. Tuck that over here. Excellent. All right, so let's get a water run done. Let's turn off interactive zone markers. Don't like playing with those on. Just when we need to find things. And, oh, I should show you guys. I did collect the... Oh, I guess I didn't. Oh, that's right. When I removed the mod, our lettuce and chili peppers that were here, I had them all nicely stacked to show you guys. Remove the mod, and they're gone, so... Tough luck for us, I guess. Do have a little bit of water in here. Don't think it's a big deal. Now, without a road, yeah, we're going definitely the wrong way. Let's get on top where we can see. Gonna have to put a road into the water over here if we don't end up with a little bit of a fresh spring on the back part of our property like we were just talking about. I may have done this the hard way, guys. This is looking pretty narrow. Okay, we're bobbing, we're weaving. This gap's gonna get pretty tough. Okay, here we go. We might be out of the woods, maybe. Okay. Free and clear, and I think the water is just right up over here. I definitely need to put a little gravel path in over to our water source. Just cannot figure out exactly how to get here smoothly. But that's not the end of the world. So, water will fill up the sheep. We may do a quick mow. See about getting that in there. Yeah, we may do a quick mow out behind the sheep pen somewhere on our property and just try to get a handful of bales. I'm just a little concerned. We've discussed the crop calendar, and grass doesn't grow that well in eastern Canada, apparently. Getting 2 full cuts off of it is going to be tough, if not impossible. But probably looking at either two partial cuts or a full cut, and then letting it grow a little bit into next season. So I am feeling a little bit like we want to get some grass cut and have some more bales. Our sheep, we went from 1 to 5 to 9, and now we have 10 babies on the way. So we're doubling our herd pretty frequently, and knowing how Farm Sim works, that is going to at some point explode into them eating all of the food in the pen very, very quickly. And if we don't have some backup grass, because we don't need hay, I did get confirmation, thank you Roots for confirming I wasn't losing my mind, that sheep typically eat hay. But in this case, on this map and with this mod or some combination thereof, we are definitely eating grass and getting 100% yield, which I'm not complaining about, which makes it one step easier for us here. So let's get back up in here, top off their water. Yeah, they did not take very much at all. Head down to the greenhouse, get in there without knocking our forklift. I'm excited to use the forklift to load some full-size pallets of lettuce and chilies onto our little jalopy truck there and take up for sale. I think that's going to be a fun task to undertake. We could also, if we get a good cut of grass, we could also continue making silage, which I know we started and then sort of stopped. But for right now, it just wasn't the priority. Fan stopped. Again, still love that. The little details on these mods that make all the difference. Whoa. Okay. Ate my Wheaties this morning, throwing the mower around. All right, so our property, we're pretty much on the edge of it. Can we get out? Like, could we mow this whole field behind the sheep pen? That could be ideal. Get a big mow off here if we own land past this, which I think it's looking like we do. Yeah, I mean, I got to get back up here. I think we're too low. I think the edge of the sheep pen fence may be where we are. But yeah, let's let's mow some grass. Are we mowing? Yeah, we are. It's just we're not getting a great yield. All right, I am going to put this on a time lapse for the mowing and the baling, so you guys don't have to watch me walk in circles slowly. But you'll get to see the whole process, and I'll check back with you when we're wrapping up the baling. Wrapping up our final little bit of baling here, guys. Just about perfect. Look at that. Got one bale out at the end. Thought there was a spot over here. There we go. I just found it. That I missed. So here we are. Let's check it out. 19 bales. They're 500 liters each. So we should have 9,500 liters of grass, which is a big haul for the size sheet pen we're running. Oh, there's a little bit here I should be picking up. Let's grab this on our way out. Almost missed this spot. Right there. Perfect. So as you guys saw, I did grab the windrower, the hand tool windrower, and got that stuff windrowed. It worked out quite nicely. I just sort of hard to see the rows when they're small in some places. So having that and being able to just get the rows where I could see them even was so much nicer. So for 160 bucks, not a big deal. Feel good about the purchase. Let's go see if we can't pick up some bales. Okay, guys, I can't even begin to tell you what's going on here. Are we have to be running into the lawnmower, right? What is underneath there? How did we end up with a wool pallet underneath the truck, guys? Can I get it out? It is light enough for me to grab. Okay, well, you know what? Okay, first off, the mower, you and I mower, we're done. Keep running into you. I'm going to move you out of the way. I think there's only one solution for this. It's going to be a bit of an odd one, but we'll see if we can make it happen. Let's see. We'll run over here. I could not even begin to tell you how a partial pallet of wool ended up underneath the truck. The adventures we get ourselves into here on the Homestead. But we're going to see just how powerful our forklift is and see if we can get the back end of the truck up. Could use that for a little bit of maintenance too, I guess. If we got to do some work on the truck, lift it up, change the brakes, rotate the tires, something. But we'll see if we are strong enough to get the back end of the truck up and off the ground. Scooting on over. Alright, let's get the forks down. Thinking right here under the rear hitch. Okay. Can we get higher? Can we steer it off of the pallet? Should we bring it backwards? That seems like not the right choice. Okay, so we can lift the truck. That's good news. Let's see what else we can figure out here. This is, I gotta tell you, of all the things I thought we'd be doing today, this is not on the list. Do we have a collision on the tires? I think we do. Okay. Oh. Yeah, I don't know have any idea how a partial spawned pallet of wool ended up underneath the truck, but forklift to the rescue once again. There we are. And I guess for the purposes of just keeping things moving, we'll get him placed over here out of the way. And I bet our truck drives a whole heck of a lot better. Look at that. All right, let's grab some bales. I'm wondering if this will pick them up. Oh, it does. All right. This is going to be fun. Picking up a bunch of little bales with the truck. Don't hit the tree. Hit the tree, of course. Rookie driver. Alrighty. We slide through here. Yep. Crash counter +2. Told you the turning radius on this truck was not good, and I'm demonstrating it right now. Okay. Look at that. Pick up the bales took like 45 seconds. Cutting the grass, windrowing the grass, baling the grass, 30 minutes. Nice and easy. All right, that's it. I mean, that's... Let's get some straps on there. 9,500 liters of grass as expected. It's a good looking little setup. I like the little bales on the flatbed. That looks really, really sharp. All right, so let's throw some straps here. Check on the sheep. They have 1,700 of 3,000, so we can put 3 bales in and leave 1 in the trigger, and it'll be okay. So this one will sit here and top it off as needed. The rest of these guys, I'm thinking they go over on our shelves. Let's go get them organized. I think they could fit up on that top shelf, right? See how this goes. Grab them off by the ends to get them to slide in. Alright, so there's no collision to the back of the shelf. So that's something we got to pay attention to. Alright. Get a couple of these in here. I'll probably do the rest of this off camera, but get this all started with you guys here and watching. Alrighty. Going really well. Gotta get that one to lay the right way. There we are. I always find when you're picking stuff up, if you stand further away, it gives you so much more maneuverability when it comes to actually placing the item. When you pick it up really close to like the item, you don't get any reach. You can't get anywhere with it. Makes it so much easier to have a little bit extra. Okay, can we put one more in here? Wow, like it was made to fit. All right, well, I will get the rest of those unloaded off camera. What should we get up to for the rest of today? Let's check in on our cabin build. Can't imagine we made it very far with that. We're missing 10. Okay, so we have one of those pallet rounding errors. Let's go check our sawmill and see how much wood we have in it and what we want to do. Our spring aquifer still empty. Great, great, great. All right, 20,000 planks long. Planks, wood chips, wood beams. Yeah, we're going to get some more here later on today, so that'll be fine. So that may be about it, guys. Not a ton left to do. Do we just progress into May and just check and see what we have going on? We could always do that. So let me see. Sheep are fed and watered. They are good to go. We have tons of water in our greenhouse here. 17,000 liters. You know what we're going to do? We're going to put a couple more bales on the stack because we should have them stored. That's just the right thing to do, because take care of our sheep. And then, guys, what we'll do is we'll put the rest into the silage bunker. And we will make some silage. Am I hitting the back here? I am hitting the back. All right, that's fine. Top row sticks out a little bit. Not the end of the world. Come on, move over this way. Got it. Got to keep everything nice and neat. All right, last one. There should be enough bales up here to take care of our sheep. And then the other ones, we'll throw the strap on. Let's pull around and get those loaded into our silage bunker. Slowly but surely building up a nice reserve of silage. Okay. Get all these unloaded. Like that it fills that hopper right up as soon as you start putting them in. See the grass getting ground up and turned over there. So that is another basically 3,000, 2,500 in there, and that'll work its way through. We're starting to get some silage in there, guys. We got 6,800 liters, another 28 on the way, a little less than that, probably 25. So we're getting close to 9,000 liters there. We will be in good shape when it comes to silage. Not a problem. So, I think we will call it there for April. We want to check the sale real quick, make sure we didn't miss anything. Oh, the hand pushable weeder. Ooh. Okay, well, guys, we need that. So go ahead and buy that. That'll be up at the store for us next time we get up there. Got to be ready for the weeds. Have a ramp, which we don't need. A loader. All of this equipment is great, but way too big. Hand pushable grape cart. Don't plan on doing any grapes. 10,000 for the Abbey tanker. That would be a great addition to the farm, but can't imagine spending $10,000 on something like that right now. Yeah, I think this is all the old stuff. The only thing do they have is the Kubota. Nope, the Kubota made it out of the sale. I was going to say we could try to grab that. That was like $4,000, make a little bit of extra money. So not a lot left to do in April. It was a good episode. We got the grass cut, which was an important part of getting our sheep taken care of and making sure we're set up for the growth season. What was interesting was you could see in the grass, and here I'll come up here, that light green area is the area where the grass grew really, really well. I don't know what is it moisture retention that maybe affected that? It doesn't seem like it. But it was really good grass, and then this patchy area we were getting much less grass, so we definitely want to find, and the good grass looks like this. Nice and even, green and light green, and then the other stuff looks like this, where it's all patchy and everything else. So we may end up, like all of this I think is going to be, this is like really good grass here. All this stuff up here. So we could, come up here and do some more mowing in another episode. But the point is, we have some grass reserves, which is good. Got a couple of dead trees here. Need to get those into the sawmill. They do really well in that sawmill, but they're not good for much else. But anywho, thank you so much for joining me today. Don't forget to drop a like and turn on notifications for more videos. Channel memberships are available if you want to support my content further, and members do get early access to upcoming videos. That's all for today, but I'll see you in the next one.